Well, I remember that there was very intense competition nationwide. You had more than 30 cities all over the United States that wanted to get the Bowling Hall of Fame here. When I was growing up, I was well aware of the fact that many of the best bowlers in the United States were right here in St. Louis. A lot of bowling history, a lot of records and so forth. And to have the Bowling Hall of Fame here was a great thing. My father worked very hard in conjunction with former Mayor Jim Conway, who was the mayor at the time, to get St. Louis through that competition. And my grandfather had founded the Women's International Bowling Congress right here in St. Louis in 1916. My grandfather was about 90 years ahead of his time. He had been trying for years back in the early 1900s to convince the leaders of the men's organization. The American Bowling Congress was already in existence. He was trying to convince them to admit women. He finally said, well, all right, then we're going to form an organization for women. And he did that, and it grew to become the largest women's amateur sports organization in the world. But it was his dream always that there shouldn't be any separation between men and women. Bowling was a sport. It was a sport for everybody, for men, women, children, everybody, and it is a sport still enjoyed today by people of all ages. I'm disappointed that it's leaving St. Louis, and of course we wanted it here just because it was one more feather in St. Louis's cap. On the other hand, I think the reason why it's moving to Texas, the Men's Association, the American Bowling Congress, merged with the women's organization, the one my grandfather founded here, the Women's International Bowling Congress, and also with two other organizations, the National Youth Bowling Association and the Bowling Proprietors Association, the organization of the owners of the bowling alleys all over the country. It was my grandfather and my father's lifelong dreams to see that men and women join in one organization. So that now that they have all merged, it makes sense that they're going to want to have it convenient to their business offices, which are located in Texas. And overall, that's good for bowling and good for the people that bowls.
Don't you think, though, that Dallas should give us something, since they're taking our Bowling Hall of Fame from us?
Dallas, I don't know how much they have that we'd really want.